And one of the things that differentiates our firm is a vast array of business improvement tools and resources available to our clients. Now, earlier in our conversation, you mentioned one of your key issues is to upgrade and retain the workforce here. So I just thought we'd take that issue, spend about 5 minutes, and see if we can make some progress on it. I want to demonstrate a tool called the force field. If you notice, I'm going to put up on the board here that issue down the middle, and the force field will take shape on the right and left-hand side. First of all, let's concentrate on the right-hand side, and what we're looking for are those kinds of issues or actions that might be able to help us move and push forward to improve here. So let's just try to come up with 3 things that we might be able to use to improve. I'll start it off. Maybe we can improve our pre-screening process here. Can you think of another one? Revising our fringe benefit and compensation plan, that's good. And how about a third? How about training our supervisors on retention techniques? And then now with each of those, I want to just come up with one action item that we might be able to implement to, again, cause us to move this issue forward. And in terms of the first one, the pre-screening techniques, I just want to share with you that in our firm, we use a tool called Predictive Index. We survey every applicant that comes in, and we measure their work style against the work style required for the job. And we've been able to knock it out of the park in terms of keeping people in their positions longer because we understand them better going in. It's been very valuable for us. In terms of the compensation plan, what's on your mind there? You think that your health insurance benefit is a bit skimpy? Well, why don't we just spend some time looking at that one, and maybe we can enhance that benefit to be more competitive in the marketplace. And lastly, in terms of training our supervisors, how about we either send them or bring someone in on a continuous basis to help them become more aware of what it takes to retain employees. So now those are issues that we would think of in terms of pushing forward improvement. However, often what happens is that there's barriers. And so on the left side of this force field, we want to try to come up with a few barriers that are holding us back from improving. Now, any thoughts on that? Number one, that you have a high turnover rate. All right, we'll put that down. 2, working conditions are difficult here. Okay. And 3, we've got a union and there's some restrictions on what we can do in the workplace. All right, so let's go back again and try to find 3 action points, one for each of those, that we can use. So let's just go back to the first one and talk about turnover rate. How about if we were to try to implement a stronger exit interview process where we can sit down with the employees, spend a little bit more intensive time, try to get some insight, find out what's happening when they're planning to leave us early. How about working conditions? All right, you want to try to improve the capital budget and fix some of those flaws that exist in the plant right now. And with respect to union restrictions, and I know this one can certainly be contentious. You might get some pushback here, but why don't we try to open up the union contract or talk to them about increasing flexibility with some of these work rules. So now there's 6 good issues and 6 items that we came up with in only a very short period of time that might be able to show some progress in this area. Now, which of those 2, which one or 2, Dan, would you consider to be the most valuable or you think are the most important at this point? How would you prioritize them? You think the exit interviews and changing the health benefit would probably be 2 good ideas? All right. We have an 8-week process that we would take each of those issues through and work with other members of your organization to see if we can fix that problem and bring a solution to the table. Now, I'd like to come back next week and spend a little bit more time talking about that 8-week process if I can schedule that time with you. Would you be amenable to that? Good, thanks.